Hello, grade 7 students. How are you? I hope that you are fine, and I hope also that you were able to answer all the needed activities for week 1. So still we are on the handicraft and embroidery, quarter 1, week 2. I'm your teacher, Mrs. Lorraine A. Develos. After going through this lesson, you are expected to, letter A, identify principles and elements of design. Letter B, create embroidered materials based on principles and elements of design. Letter C, apply color scheme in creating the design. Letter D, transfer design following the given steps. And the last one is practice good working habit. So let's start. For the principles of design, the first one is the harmony. So, this principle infers repetition of line, form, shape, and size. So, napaka-importante, no? Yung bagay, yung kulay sa shape or sa form, sa size, and then sa line. So, there is a repetition, no? In terms of harmony from the picture that is shown to you, pare-parehas ang kanilang kulay, diba? Ang shape, ang line, at ang laki. Next, we have the proportion, pertains to the relationship in size between a part and the whole. So, you will notice from the picture, although they have a different color, but on both sides, they have the same number. So, proportion yon. Next, we have the balance. So, for balance, we have the two types. We have the formal and then the informal. So, you will notice that the triangle is considered as a formal balance. Why? It is because they look the same. While informal balance from the picture, hindi po sila magkaparehas. No? That's why it is called an informal. Why? Kasi mas malaki ang aso kesa sa pusa. Next, rhythm. It is a smooth related movement. So from the picture, you will notice that it is only had one design. Kapag tiningnan mo siya, hindi mapuputol, no, of any design ang tinitingnan mo. Next, we have the emphasis. This referred to as the center of interest of a design. It means yung unang umaagaw ng attention natin once we see a particular design. Saan ba unang nagda-direct ang ating mata? No? On that particular design, for example. So, that is what we call emphasis. Next, we have the elements of design. Ano-ano bang mga bumubuo sa isang disenyo? First is the line. So, all of us knew that we have the different lines needed in order for us to create a particular design. So, skeleton or basic foundation is sketched to direct the eye vertically or horizontally. Next, we have the texture. So, refers to the surface appearance which is either rough or smooth, dull or glossy, thick or thin. So, kapag hinawakan mo ang isang bagay, ito ba ay magaspang or makinis? Kapag tinitingnan mo naman siya, dull ba ang kulay niya or glossy? Or makapal ba or manipis? Texture yon. Then we have the color. Okay, so ang kulay na gagamitin natin dapat bagay doon sa ating design na gagawin. So those are the informations all about elements of design. Next, we have the color scheme. First, I know that you knew already these primary colors. Why? Simply because since elementary, you are studying this. No? I know also that you are familiar with what is called color wheel chart. So, kapag sinabi natin primary colors, kahit tulog tayo, kaya nating sagutin. We have the red, yellow, and blue. It is where the other colors came from. So, wag ninyong kalilimutan ha, grade 7. Ang ibang kulay ay nanggaling dito sa primary colors. Kapag ginunbine mo ang primary colors, mafu-form ang secondary colors. So, secondary colors are green, orange, and purple. These are the colors formed by mixing the primary colors. Now, we have this what we call tertiary colors. So, where does this tertiary colors came from? Once you mix the primary and secondary colors. Next, we have this what we call color scheme. Still, on the color wheel chart, kapag sinabi nating monochromatic harmony, one color of different shade. So, from the picture, one color which is blue, but of course with different shade. My dark, darker, darkest, my light then. Next, we have the adjacent color harmony, also known as analogous harmony. So, three neighboring colors, one of which is dominant. So, ibig sabihin, tatlo daw na magkakatabing kulay na kung saan ang isa ay lamang ang tingkad or kulay niya kesa doon sa dalawa. So, that is what we call analogous or adjacent color harmony. Next, we have the complementary. Colors opposite each other in the color wheel. So, ang green, light green, anong ka-opposite niya? Ang purple, ano ang ka-opposite niya? Ang red-orange, ano ang ka-opposite niya? So, that is what we call complementary. Next, we have the split complementary. Three colors diagonal with each other. Tatlong magkakatabi. Then, ano ang katapat nun? That is split complementary. From the illustration, you have the purple, the violet, the blue. Ano ang kanyang split? So, you have the yellow. Halimbawa, ang blue, light blue, green, and yellow green. Ano ang kanyang split? So, you have the purple. Next, we have the triad, three color in between three spaces in color wheel. So, just like the example, you have the green and yellow, orange. So, orange ang kanyang triad. Or kung doon ka magsisimula sa kabila, orange, yellow, and green. Yellow, green ang kanyang triad. Next, we have the double complementary. Two neighboring colors and their opposite. Dalawang magkatabi na kulay and then yung ka-opposite nila. Next, we have the methods on how you're going to transfer a design. The first one is the tracing method. Design may also be transferred using a tracing wheel and preferably dressmaker's carbon paper. So may design ka, itatransfer mo siya sa tela, gagamitan mo siya ng dressmaker's carbon paper. If dressmaker's carbon paper is not available, you can use the ordinary carbon paper in transferring the design to the fabric. Ang tawag po doon ay tracing method. Next, the most easiest one among the three is the hot iron transfer. You have the design, papatong mo siya sa tela, then paplansyahin mo siya. So, that is the hot iron transfer method. And the last one is the stamping. You will need soft absorbent cloth, indigo, kerosene or petroleum, sheets of paper, newspaper, your perforated design in the fabric on which you want to stamp your design. So, among the three methods of transferring the design, ito ang pinakamahirap at pinakamaraming kailangang gamit before you can transfer the design to the fabric. So those are all about transferring the design, color scheme, the principles and elements of design. Again, our dear grade 7 students, don't forget to answer all the needed activities for our week 2. Congratulations and happy learning!